Today is January 13th, and I got a lot to talk about. First, thought I would show the updates to the room that I've done the past week or so. So let me show you guys. Let me see if I can follow your face around. Okay, it's locked on you, buddy. Wherever you go is going to move to. There we go. Alright. So, this is the room layout as of right now. I was just cleaning it, that is why. So, obviously, we have got Denver right there. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Concrete floors. I moved his bed under here. I am going to mount my TV at some point, just lazy at the moment, and it's fine because it's like perfect eye level with this. So, I bought these custom nightstands, which someone just like made out of solid wood. I got a bunch of books coming on the way too, a bunch of candles. So yeah, room update as of now. I don't know why he's barking, but got the bathroom in here, private pooper, closet, and then shower could fit like 6 people, double mirror his and hers. And yeah, but we do have something cool to talk about. So yeah, I happen to have a new sponsor right now, so let me talk about it. So I joined Raw Nutrition. Cool things about it. One, that package I just showed you is one of 3 that I have coming. I got a bunch of my other stuff coming today. I am now with Raw Nutrition, Revive, and Bum Energy, so you can use code ELIC to save you money on all of those. And I am a sponsored athlete. I am not a affiliate or anything. I'm a sponsored athlete. I get a salary, and a stipend, etc. Cool things about it. One, I will be traveling down. I have hinted it in the earlier videos the past week or so. I will be going down to Florida maybe around once a month now to train and get content for Raw. They really want to use me for a lot of stuff, which is why I was so interested in doing it. You know, they want to have me film with guys like Ian, guys like Brett, just a bunch of other people down there. You know, maybe one day I'll be able to, film a workout with Chris. I think that would be really cool. And 2, I already have a relationship with a lot of the higher ups at the company. The new athlete manager, the guy who runs basically all of the department, is a good friend of mine. He basically called me up like 2 weeks ago. And he was like, "Hey, I'm back. You want to come join?" I was like, "Yeah." It doesn't really take a lot of convincing. Salary was good. Everything was good. And just all the benefits, to go down there once a month, and make a lot of content. So I'm excited to do a lot of the travel content, but also growing a lot of the, fitness stuff, working out with these guys, having them as mentors, being around these guys, especially while I'm during my prep too. And just the products are really something that I rave about. And that's why, I'm excited. I'm going to announce it later today on Instagram. By the time you guys have seen this video, I will have already announced it that I have joined. So I'm excited to break it down. So I'll show you what I got just in the first care package first before I go to the gym. This is messy, so don't bother, but I got pretty much every single Bum Energy except for one. So I do work with Bum Energy too. My code works on the website. We've got a bunch of pre-workouts. We have got the Fuel, which is a little bit different from a intra kind of workout. It is basically just like, I believe, carbohydrates and sugar, more like it's an alternative to Gatorade. It's a lot cleaner for you, but it'll help hydrate you as well. We have got the Replenish, which is the hydration drink. I like a lot of lemon lime stuff. I think it just kind of goes super easy, and it is really nice. 20 calories, 5 grams of sugar. So a lot of people are afraid of sugar. Sugar will help hydrate you as well. We have got the liquid glycerol here. We have got 2 of the proteins. I have all the other stuff coming later, so I will show you all the other proteins and stuff I got. Isolates are what I always prefer as well. It's a little bit easier in most people's stomachs. I've got some RTDs, which are like their version of like the Core Power Fairlife. I have got the Thavage pre-workout, which is like the mid-tier as far as like the amount of caffeine and stimulants, etc. We have got the Essential, just more the baseline, everyday, like cheapest option. Then we have got the super high stim, super Thavage pre-workout. So going to hit back today. Probably going to take maybe like half a scoop of this. You guys can obviously see it from there. Let me turn around. But it really was the best fit for me, not just right now, but long term, as you know, I know a lot of the, not just the top athletes there, but the people who are around the company, who are managing it, who are, you know, the top and bottom of it. So I'm excited to go down, train with them, get content. And that was really the main thing too, is they wanted to use me for a lot of content. And for me, as I'm trying to grow myself this year, I have a lot of goals, I have a lot of aspirations. I would love to be used in that way. And it's nice to feel really wanted by a group of people like that. You know, as Raw is seen as probably a top 5 company in all of the industry supplement space. You know, a lot of people want to join Raw or Rise or, you know, just a bunch of other companies. And so to be with Raw, you know, as a sponsored athlete, not an affiliate, you know, I wasn't an affiliate with Huge or Ecovision, but just like to really feel that wanted and really to be that well taken care of, where, you know, this is just one of 3 care packages that I have coming for the month of January as well. And as you guys can see, I have more energy drinks at the moment than I need. I have 120. I have, you know, and I'll show you everything else later, but I really just am excited to finally announce this after about a week and a half, 2 weeks or so. So Code Ellic is live on Raw, on Revive, and Bum Energy. So you guys can save yourself money, you can support me. You know, the more I do for them as well, the more they will want me to be in their stuff. So all of it's just very exciting. I'm very thankful. I've come a long way the last year, 2 years or so, and I'm just thankful to God and, you know, putting me in this path and guiding me and allowing for me to be in a position that I'm in. Let me break down the outfit real quick because I always get asked about this sort of stuff. So on feet, we've got the Dior Chiron trainers. I got them from Laura.sneaker. 1, because I get them for free, and 2, they're really comfy. I've got the Hours baggy sweatpants on, 100% French terry cotton. Don't buy Dark Sport and stuff, they're cheap as shit. These are actually really, really nice. And I always cut the bottom a little bit so they have that little roll. And then we have got the Dungeon Gear, kind of like pullover, like quarter zip, you know, and I have got on a 4XL. It's perfect. It's very lightweight. It's also French terry cotton, so it's not too heavy. But yeah, I'm about to mix my pre, and then we are going to head to the gym. And I got a cool gimbal coming as well, so I can like mount this to the car, so I can talk while I am driving as well, not so I don't have to, you know, drive and hold this in my hand. So yeah, everything else finally came. So yeah, by the time you see this, it will have already been fully announced on Instagram. Code Ellic is live on Raw and Revive. Bum Energy does not have codes. Yeah, but go drink Bum Energy as well. So we're doing our quad day, but we were warming up with leg curls. I was like doing 1 hammy exercise for quad days, 1 quad exercise for hammy days as well. Just doing our warm-ups. Go through and warm up. The shoot's a little weird. It's just not go as high as I want it, but it's fine. So this is my second set with this. I can't add any weight via the gym pin. Gym pin is a 10 millimeter, that would need an 8 millimeter. So I did like 25 reps per set. Just gonna take this set straight failure. Go for more, hopefully. Go from there. So we're using this Panada squat press, a little bit like a pendulum, but it's a lot smoother. A little bit closer to essentially like the Mega Mass swing squat that I've used before. If you see one of these, use this, one of the best squat machines I've ever used in my life. We're still doing our feet, are still warming up, finding working set weight, probably do 1 to 2 top sets from there. But hopefully try to put 7 or 8 on this, go from there, get working. But still doing a more of a plat stance on this, even doing our feeders. Whew. Get it up. Nice thing too is just a little headrest.
So we're doing the Arsenal leg press. It's cool as you can set it up so you can do like both legs, like a single leg press. I'm doing a single leg. I always start with my off foot. Same thing if you're doing single arm or single leg. Start with your weaker side. Weaker, just I'm right-handed, right-footed, so I always start with my left. However many reps I do with my left is however many I do with my rights. That way you do not create more imbalances. Um, the name of the game is knee flexion. So when I do a lot of this stuff, I kind of like to sit on my butt a little bit, almost like my right glute is off of the pad. I acknowledge that I do it. Definitely very weird, but knee flexion, name of the game. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. Do our top sets here. Let's get it. This also, I kind of like keep this straight. Sweats got sucked. Single leg extension. I always start with left. Cool thing about it is you got these, you can kind of like unrack it a little bit. Pump check. This is Austin video 4. I have been pretty good about being consistent, uploading every 5 to 6 days around this point or so. I am doing better. One video a week is pretty good for me, especially with all the other stuff I've got going on with coaching and social media and all the other background, stuff that I'm doing as well. So yeah, if you are interested in coaching, I'm going to put the link in the bio at the bottom. I do lifestyle. I don't do a lot of preps. Just don't prefer to do a lot of them. But if it works out, it works out. I'm not super bitchy about it. But yeah, mainly a lot of hormonal lifestyle help. Just get people in a better shape, fix a lot of aspects of their life. That's what is easiest for me, especially as I am getting busier with all the other stuff I've got going on. But yeah, I do that. I'm not going to plug all my sponsors. You guys know them. I'll just put the link in the bio. But we are going to House of Gains, Tech Ridge. I got 2 gym memberships. House of Gains is a gym, and then Los Comps, the 2 gyms I mainly go to. But yeah, it is 66 degrees out. Today is January 18th. It's nice, sunny. Being in the winter, especially in a spot that fuels you, most people I know deal with a lot of seasonal depression in a lot of the environments there. I know people who love the snow and love the cold. So if that is your environment that you like and thrive, be in that environment. I try to tell a lot of people, be in the environment that you thrive in most of the year. So if you're in a spot where you really hate the rain, you hate the cold, and it is rainy and cold, and cloudy and everything most of the year, try to avoid being in that spot. I'm not saying it is the easiest thing in the world to pick up and just move, uproot your life, leave friends or family, and go to a new spot. I know financially it's not the easiest as well for most people, but if you're able to do it and you're willing to take the risk, then go for it. Because I did it two and a half years ago. Moved from Ohio. I was like practically homeless with Denver. I had people I could rely on to help me get through tough times, so I'm very fortunate for that. But yeah, I moved to Texas. I had $0 in my bank account, and a very peaceful and freeing time, but also very stressful. Um, because pretty much my only responsibility was like, rent and like insurance, obviously groceries and stuff too. But it's very freeing knowing that like you did something, you made a big change in your life, and you kind of just get to do something new. Obviously, Denver loves the sunshine. He loves being around. He loves doing everything. Um, and he just loves new environments. He loves the cold. Denver just loves everything. And taking big risks in your life are things that are really showing of how strong you are as a person. It's not easy to just leave the comfort of friends and family. I didn't really have family in Ohio. Everyone kind of dispersed after like I went off to college. And then basically but it's friends, your friends and my friends are my family too. I see my friends way more than I see most of my family. Um, so it's one thing to just be aware of. It's like it's not the easiest thing in the world to just kind of uproot your life and leave and make big changes, but it really shows and pushes you as a person. If you can do something very uncomfortable like that, you can pretty much do anything else, whether you want to leave your job because it was stressful or it's not the right fit for you, you have other ambitions in life, or, you're taking the step in just any aspect. It's like, go for it. Like, do what you can do to make your life better. And it doesn't mean it's going to be better right away. It doesn't mean it's going to be easier. Oftentimes it's harder. Like for me, I had a marketing job and consulting job that I did. And about 2 months ago, I went fully to just on my own, social media, coaching, all the other stuff I do with sponsors. I also run a mentorship program for people to learn how to be better coaches. Because I want people to like have better systems in place. I want people to be able to run a coaching business successfully on their own, um, by themselves. I don't think people really need a big sales team. I don't, and that's very common, especially in the coaching spaces. Oh, just hire a sales team, hire somebody to do their copywriting or all this different stuff. And I don't think most people need it. I think most people are able to do it on their own. They don't have the system set up in place, or they are unaware of what to do. And I don't take money percentage from them. I'm just like, hey, you have questions about this? Ask me about it. If you had this, ask that. Um, why is your client having these issues? Let's figure it out together. I also run a mentorship as well, or I help people grow their personal brands and social media, because I'm really, really creative. Like I went to design school for a year and a half. I studied fashion design. I studied architecture, and I'm just extremely creative. Like I'd love to be a creative director. When I retire from bodybuilding, I'd love to have like 3 to 4 jobs. Let's say, for example, I'm a creative director of like a supplement company. I'm a creative director of a clothing company, whether it's my own or somebody else's. And I would just love to run like a bunch of different stuff. I'm really creative. My brain just doesn't turn off. And I think one of the things I'm really good at is identifying people's strengths and thinking, hey, you do a good job at making content like this. You are very good at expressing yourself in this way. You should monetize it like this. Um, and I love doing that for people, not because like I get any financial gain out of it, because for most people I don't. I just want to help them. Mainly their friends, and I help them with that stuff. Obviously, my mentorship is not free, so I am being honest about that. Um, but it is something that I just like doing, because I think a lot of people really lack the ability to just, I don't want to say be themselves, because it's not. It's more the creative mindset and or freedom in their head. They get so nitpicky, or they just get stuck on what to do, how to do it. And being on my own the last 2 months has, I've made more money than I've ever made, purely because I'm like have the creative freedom. And one thing too is like taking that big risk, because I moved to Texas 2.5 years ago, and I moved to Austin now, and a big home, with Patty. Him and I renting it together. It's awesome. It's a mansion, if I'm being honest, and it really pushes you to surround yourself with people, because you're in a spot where, you know I hold Patty accountable. He holds me accountable. I got a very close group of friends here who are all on their shit. And for me, it's like, hey, I live in $1 million plus house. I gotta, I gotta provide. I gotta pay for it. I gotta make sure that I'm not slacking because, you know, I don't want to lose this house that I'm in. And it pushes me to be like, okay, I gotta do my stuff. I gotta do this. And then, I posted about it before, just taking accountability. Like, a lot of people will say that they really want a lot of things in life. They're like, oh, I wish, I want to work with this company. I want a sponsorship like this. I want to do that. And it's like, you're not just deserving of something just because of who you are. You have to earn it. And one thing too is a lot of people will get things that they work hard for, and then they'll lose it because they kind of get settled once they get into a spot. And for me, it's like, you could think like, damn, I was living in an apartment. I move into a giant house with my friend. It's like, I'm like, dude, it's like a lot of people are just like, cool, I feel accomplished. I can like chill. And it's like, dude, no, like work harder. And that can it can be applied to any aspect in your life. For me, it's just the accountability, the self ownership of what you're doing. If you want to get in better shape, cool, do it. Hire a coach who can push you or something, like hold yourself. If you can't hold yourself accountable to the best of your ability, if you're someone that wants to grow a business or take a risk in life, surround yourself with people that do the same stuff, or just, be like, hey, I got to do this, make it reality. Feel like, damn, I got to do my cardio. Like, not saying you got to do it first thing in the morning fasted. I rarely, if ever, do that. But it's like, okay, cool. I got to do it. I can't just say that I want all these things in life, but not work for them, because I'm not deserving of anything. God will give you a path to make these decisions. He gives you free will. God will lay the path out for you. He'll guide you in that direction, but he's still giving you the choice of free will to make the decisions in life. He's saying to you, hey, he's giving you that little nudge, but you still got to do it. You still got to work for it. God isn't just going to hand you everything because he believes in you. He's going to push you. And I think that's something a lot of people seem to not understand. They'll just think like, well, if God was real, then why am I not just getting the things that I asked for, I pray for? My whole mindset on my faith, and I don't like to preach about it, I don't do any of that. For me, I just say, I simply, when I talk to God, when I pray, I simply just give thanks because I know that he will guide me in the direction. I don't ask God for things. I just give thanks for the guidance that he has given me. And everything in life is self-accountability and your mindset. I don't know why I said mindship. I was thinking ownership and mindset at the same time. Really just thinking, okay, like, what is the message here? What can I do out of this? And it can be in any situation, good or bad or anything. And just think, what's the message here? What's going on? Because there is a message. There is guidance. It's going full circle. And I think once you start to understand that you're responsible for everything that's going on, you are the reason that you are at that spot in life, but that doesn't mean you're stuck there forever. I think you will be happier, and I think you will understand that you are where you are because of you. God will guide you. He'll like I said, he'll give you that little nudge in the right direction. But it's up to you to own it, and it's up to you to make it. There's a reason that everybody, doesn't get God's not a genie. He's not just going to grant all your wishes and aspirations in life. That's not how it works. And I think once people understand that, I think they'll end up being happier and they'll feel better too. Like, if you can have just a more appreciative approach to really anything in life, you'll understand that, like, just find the good in everything, even the worst situations. I'm not saying it's easy, but like, for example, let's say, your girlfriend breaks up with you or something. It's like, okay, well, look, you had a great relationship. What can you take away from it that's positive? You can think about, well, you know what? From my last ex to like your now current ex, I really did mature in this aspect. I was more accountable in this way. I fixed a lot of the insecurities that I struggled with. It's like, great. Take those lessons, appreciate it. Think about the kind of man you can be, And then the next girlfriend you have, be even better. You know, that person wasn't right for you. That's why God put it that way. Just really be thankful and appreciative of everything in life, and really just own up and work for everything you want in life. Is everything going to happen? Is life going to be exactly how you want it to be? No. 2.5 years ago, if you told me that I'd be living in like Texas, I would have been like, no way. If you told me a year ago I would have been living in Austin, I would have been like, no way. Life kind of just happens, and it's just a thing of, you don't really know where you're going to be. So when you're plan what you think is going to be happening for your life, where you think God is guiding you and really pushing you, and the direction takes its little zigzags, but be okay with that. You're here, boom, you get diverted a little bit. Your new plan is all over here. It's not following that original path. You might want to get back on that original path because that's what's comfortable. That's what you think you need in life, but you don't. You need to just trust everything that is happening to you, good or bad, amazing, or the worst aspects of everything in life. And there's times too where when you are at your lowest, when life is suck, you feel like you are getting beat down and beat down. If you can still really be appreciative and be like, damn, this sucks, but there's got to be something great coming in life, and it might not be tomorrow, might not even be a year from now, it could be longer. Those lows of the lows in life means that the highs are even higher. You can't have the best day of your life every day. You can't have the worst day of your life every day. But that doesn't mean that the highs are not more rewarding because of all the stuff that you went through to get there, because you were self-accountable. You owned up to everything in your life. You pushed yourself and you took the guidance from God to really get into that position. And you kept yourself in that position or pushed through it and did more than you thought you could have originally done. And I think when a lot of people switch to that mindset and they are really proud of themselves, because for me, I have struggled for years, and I still do a little bit of feeling accomplished in the things that I do every day. And I think that's normal for a lot of guys, is not feeling satisfied with what they're doing. Like they reach something they didn't know was possible to do, and then they're just like, okay, cool. Like I think if you can really, and I struggle with this too, I am not perfect. Like if you can sit there and be like, damn, I really have accomplished a lot. I really have done something. And what I've accomplished does not mean that you watching this right now does not mean that my accomplishments are greater than yours. We are on a different journey in life, and we are going to accomplish different things, but that does not mean that my accomplishments are better than yours. For me, I had a goal of I want to grow my social media to this. I want to grow my coaching business to this. I want to make this amount of money. For you, your accomplishments can be completely different. And for me, I haven't even touched the cusp of what I want to accomplish. For me, more than anything in life, I want to be the best husband and father that I can be. I don't want a wife and I don't want to have kids. I want to be a husband and a father, meaning I take the ownership. I don't want a wife. I think what happens is a lot of people in life, they just want to be given things. And when I take the ownership aspect of I want to be a husband, that means I am owning up to the fact that I want to be doing this. I don't want to just be given this. And I think your verbiage dictates pretty much every aspect of your life. If you're going to go into the gym and it's chest day and you're going to, be like, you know what, I'm going to try to bench 225 today. It's a new PR for me. You might not get it. But if you go in there and you say, I'm going to bench 225 today, you're way more likely to bench 225 than if you're to say, I'm going to try. The verbiage in the internal monologue that you have for everything you do in life, along with God's guidance and the self-ownership and accountability, I swear will transform your life. And I know that, not everybody that follows is religious, which is fine. Just take the overall message away. I'm not trying to say you have to be Christian, you have to do whatever, but really just boil it down to trusting what happens in your life and taking the accountability for everything in your life. There is some kind of message out there. There is some kind of meaning for everything that happens in life, good or bad. Just be thankful and understand it as a part of the journey that will make you who you are meant to be. And you will end up being far greater, physically, mentally, and spiritually than you ever thought possible you could have been in your entire life.